Following in the footsteps of the woman who marched to the Union buildings back in 1956, Jolene Perkins ran across the country to raise awareness around motor neuron disease.
Running across South Africa, a crazy adventure, thought-provoking, enough time to just think about things, running through the Karoo especially, where there's just absolutely nothing. It's been a stunning run. I'm running for motor neuron disease. I have a very close friend, Bob, who was diagnosed with motor neuron disease 5-6 years ago. I decided it was time to give back. I just sent out a message, and the message was just to challenge those who can actually do things with their body. They should do it.
Motor neuron disease attacks the nerve cells responsible for basic activities like walking, speaking, swallowing, and breathing. Diagnosed in 2006, Bob Fuller was given a very poor prognosis.
Soon after my diagnosis, I identified what I call the Big 5 physical challenges of MND. The fifth, and maybe the most frustrating physical challenge, has been communication. Two of the first things I lost were the ability to hold a pen and to type on a computer keyboard. I then lost the ability to use a mouse, so I got the head mouse that I'm using now. For me, the two most difficult challenges of living with MND are how it has affected Nikki and what it has stolen from our relationship. We still manage to communicate and often laugh together. I'll let her tell you about the most recent incident.
I had been receiving SMSs from a very long number that I didn't recognize. But they were very cheesy pickup lines. So I thought, well, if this continues, I'm going to have to go to the police. Fortunately, one evening I got one and I just blurted out. I said, Bob, I'm so terribly worried, but I'm getting these SMSs. Well, unbeknown to me is that he was trying out this new software. And so these cheesy SMSs were coming from Bob. Bob's sense of humor hasn't changed. He's still Bob. And as much as it's taken so much from us, it's amazing how you can remain close, regardless.
I want to say how grateful Nikki and I are to Jolene and everyone else involved in making the run possible. It's gone a long way toward raising awareness of the disease. And hopefully, it will communicate to those living with MND the positive message that they are not running this race alone, and that they can continue this journey in spite of the difficulties along the way.
Through this brave 2-month journey, Jolene has impacted thousands of people.
The response people had was like, thank you for letting us know. We've never heard of it. Obviously, they've heard of Just van der Westhuizen who has it, and that's they never knew what it was, what it entailed. So just sharing, what happens to the body, and just sharing messages like that was, it was very, very fulfilling, yeah. Probably carry on with the campaign, really, just, in support of MND. They need a lot of help, they really do. I think there's only 3 or 4 people in the association, and there's so many people that are diagnosed with MND, so I'm going to try and do whatever I can.